So, Bill Gagne, a friend of mine, was giving this light away. And I've taken a lot of grief in this workshop that is like a operating room. Well, now they're going to have basis to make that accusation because this is an operating room light and we're going to mount it right there. Now those cross boards are going to go away and it'll be just 3 2x4s. It straddles 3 of the rafters. Certainly should support the weight. And we're going to shorten the beam that comes down from the ceiling so that it is not hitting our heads. So that's the next project. What we're going to do is shorten this mast right here by 6 inches. And that'll raise this up to a point where we can reach it. And I'm going to cut it on my brand new handy dandy bandsaw. So now that we're shortening this pole by 9 inches, we need to drill a new hole for the roll pin. Okay, now we got to step up to the right size drill. So here's the old one, which fits. So now we'll drill that hole. Alright, what we have here is the top of the unit. And there's a little race here, so I ran the hone on it. I'll put a little of this silicone grease on here. And what this is how they get power from a stationary place to the light that moves around in a circle. So this slides down in here, like so. And now this turns like that. So this turns back here. So how do you get 110 from here to here? Well, they came up with this set of brushes. See these 2 things? They go in there and they touch this wheel like so. And that way it transfers power down the pulse. So let me put this together and it'll be clearer. See how this turns? Now the wire and everything's going to turn there. And they want us to go right on the bottom. One, short. This wants to go like this. Now, white on the bottom. White goes on the bottom because it's a short one, which means it's the top race. Which means this will be the common. Okay. Now we gotta put the black one on the top. Okay, so now what we got is this will turn, and the wires and everything turn, and this remains stationary. So I'll finish hooking this all up. So we have this assembly put together. I don't know what you call it. It's the same thing like what you have in a steering wheel, but you can turn this and the wires turn, but these remain stationary and there's no binding. So they can turn around in a circle. So now it's time to put it up there. it's not painted all the way. Because that's the bracket that's holding it together. I think I'll put why would I not paint those cross pieces? Those cross pieces were only there to hold the boards the right distance apart. And now that the boards are up on the ceiling and bolted in, you can take these off and we'll touch up the paint in that area. Now, let's touch up these little spots, and then we're going to break for dinner, and we'll exactly mount this light up. Whoa. Don't want to do that. Now I know from having had this up, this is our okay, we're going to put this up here. So now it's time to put this up. Right there. You got the pin? I got the pin. That's your head. Yeah. Looks ridiculous. It's cool, you know. I think if I tighten these here, it'll tighten that up, huh? It looks pretty crazy. I like it! I like it too. Well, I tell you what, you can't answer what it looks like. We're getting close. Gotta make some connections here. American Surgical Luminaire, manufactured by American Sterilizing Company, Erie, Pennsylvania. No date. 150 watts. Now it's got a 200 watt bulb in it. I'm going to change that bulb out for an LED, I know that. How many people have an operating light over there, workbench. I like it. Okay, let's talk about light bulbs for a second. When this light came to me from Bill Gagne, it had an ordinary reading light bulb in it. It's not this one, but this is representative of the light that was in there. It was a 200 watt bulb. The fixture is rated for 150 watts, so I really didn't want to use that anymore. So we tried an LED. Puts out more light, less wattage. The problem with the LED is if you look at the way the light is designed, the light is meant to reflect back into the reflector and then come forward. If you put an LED in there, all the light is coming out this way and not any of it's going back that way because of the base. But the next thing we tried to do was to put in a bigger LED. The problem is it didn't fit in the hole in the back. So we gave up and we actually ordered the correct light bulb. This is a 150 watt, what they call scientific bulb. And what it's meant to do is to reflect the light from the inside back into the reflector in the light and then come out. Well, the result of that really wasn't very impressive. In fact, the reason we're having this conversation is because we didn't get enough light out of the light. So I ended up looking around and I found this. And this is an interesting light because these things flip out like this and you can do all kinds of things. But what's nice about this is the light reflects out the side. It's the best thing I could get versus coming out the bottom. So the light reflects out the side and it actually works pretty good in the bulb. We did have to modify the light in order to make that work, and let me show you that. So the modification we had to make was we made this collar right here to extend the light because this light is so much longer than a normal light bulb. And the other thing is this LED light is quite heavy. So we had to make the counterbalance a little heavier to let the light go in. So, but with that on there like that, you really can't even tell that it's been modified. But now it's balanced very nicely, stays right where we want it to go. So let's look at the light it produced. I don't know if you saw that, the camera just dimmed it down because it's so bright. I'm going to pan away and I'm going to pan back so you can see it. I've probably been doing it so quick. How am I going to do this? This is the way the light looks when it's lit up. And this is what it does for an area on the workbench that we want good lighting in. Now the camera is trying to correct for the amount of light that's on the table, but there is a significant amount of light over and above what's coming from the overhead lights, and the detail of the light is extremely good. We're very happy with the light. Thank you.